It's always like greeting you and saying hi. He's like talking to everybody.
Spiritual.
Tall.
Dedicated.
Just look for a guy wearing New Balance shoes.
Dorky.
He gets excited. There's not many people like him that way.
Yes!
I would tell you that you're meeting one of the coolest guys I know. If you know anything about motorcycles, he can talk to you all day about that. If you know stuff about music, he can astound you with all his theory knowledge.
It's a string of notes and rhythms put together in a vertical and horizontal line.
He used to make fun of me being choir, but then he joined choir and he started liking it.
I stumbled across a note one time and said, "Wow, you are melodious. That's how I want my life to be."
Kaleb is very good at piano.
Sabbath afternoons we would be out playing and I'd be like, "Where'd Kaleb go?" And even when he had free time, he'd go play.
I think Kaleb is more of a singer-songwriter.
I just like writing music that it's really pretty selfish, actually. Just that pertains to me at the moment, really.
Destination somewhere.
Usually a song comes out of an overflowing of emotions, I guess. And that's how I get them out.
I feel like with his music, because of his classical background, it's like kind of his own genre. And it's not, you can't just like, yes, this is what it sounds like. It's just, it's different.
Every single song he keeps throwing at us has a different, something new to it and a different twist. He's really trying to, push himself and get to the next level as a musician and as an artist. People should know he works really hard and he's trying to do the best he can do with everything he's been given.
Big picture timeline is at the beginning of the year we launched Kickstarter and then raising that money to then record hopefully in February or March.
Lauren found this awesome opportunity with track 29 to try to open for Jake Owen.
Release his EP in April. So we have not that much time, but hopefully we can balance. This is kind of a thing on the side, but kind of not at the same time.
And looked into it and I was like, well, I better try it. I got nothing to lose. So started putting it together back in probably November and just trying to write stuff up and shot the video for it beginning of December and was hoping to launch it by January 1st. Had a few complications along the way and we finally got it up on the 20th, I think it was, or the 21st. So a few days behind schedule, but we're going to make it. At
the time, we went for $5,000 because he had 500 fans on Facebook, and so we figured if each person gives $10 and bam, we would raise it.
Heard it said the distance makes the heart grow fonder, yes. And with this distance we're put in between our hearts.
So as most of you may know, I'm releasing my first EP this next spring in April. I just need you guys' help to really get this off the ground and really promote it to other people. So what I want to challenge y'all to do tonight, find 5 friends that you think could help support me also, and send it to them and challenge them to send it to 5 more friends. So now what we're going to have a prayer dedication over the campaign, because I feel God's leading in this is big, for me anyway.
Oh.
And we're going to rock.
Future presentation, guys.
Woo! I don't know what's the best angle here.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder, yes. And with this distance we're put in between.
And I'm here today to tell you about my project, which I'm really excited about, which is kind of like a mini album. usually around 5 songs. And I'm also very serious about my career, and I hope that you can see that in watching this video. So what I want to ask you...
I'm pretty confident that we can reach the $5,000. We'll see.
Hoping to get into the studio over spring break, but nobody wants to book you when you don't have any money. But I think it's going to work out better to record it at the beginning of the summer because we're all going to be out of school. We don't have anywhere to be. I think it's going to gel better together.
I was on Facebook the other day and saw that Track 29 was having a contest to find someone to open for Jake Owen, and I called him up and he was like, yeah, let's do it.
First we were just promoting it on Facebook and the website, word of mouth, spreading it around that way. That got us around up close to 300 likes.
We just hit it hard by just camping out in the caf and grabbing people and be like, hey, vote.
Pushed it up past 700, so blessed with a great fan group.
I think it was really good. We got a really good response, and I think he's really excited to play. Day of Jake Owen. It was a little crazy. We're going to Track 29! But we all caravan down to Track 29. I think that the band was more nervous than excited. How are you feeling right now?
Getting excited, and I think I'll need to make medical in there. Just a few hundred meters from our destination.
Did your Garmin tell you that? We walked in and they were setting up. And it's just like a big empty train station. Here's the place. Looks pretty
Without people, that is.
They're gonna begin sound check right now.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Big time, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2.
At least us that weren't playing, like, our emotions were through the roof and, like, excitement.
Hey, could I get a little more tape for this pedal? Just trying to run off still.
I performed at little places where they're just like, here, plug it into this, and I'm just singing this little tiny mic, you know, come out of a speaker this big. And it's horrible, but being in a venue like that, I mean, that's real stuff.
Cello on 8. Okay, cool. Keep playing for me, sir. Yeah, just leave all that.
And then we all went out to dinner with the band, and I think they started getting exciting, like actually realizing what was about to happen. A whole one?
I got a lot of people that like you.
It was really exciting just kind of waiting around and seeing everyone show up. There's a lot of Southern students there. It was a really good turnout.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this band that we have coming on the 24th of this month.
Nope.
A guy, an up-and-comer called Jake Owen. Anybody heard of him?
The competition worked where there were the 4 bands who had got in from the Facebook contest. Well, everyone who came in got a ticket. Over by the merchandise table there was 4 buckets, and whoever you think sounded the best, you would put your ticket in, and that was your vote. And they were first to play.
Alright, you're not going to believe this when you hear these guys, alright? They told me that they've been performing together for 6 months. This band's tight. It sounds like they've been performing together for years. Really does. All the way from Collegedale, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Kaleb Stock Band.
Soundcheck was really good, but whenever they actually got up and played for the crowd, like, you could just tell that they were super stoked to be there. I'm like behind the camera just grinning ear to ear because, I don't know, it's, you know, all your hard work pays off kind of thing.
It's a perfect question.
It was just awesome being up there because you could just feel like the power coming from the amps and then the power coming back from the crowd, and it was something you can't really describe when you're up on stage like that.
The performance itself went really well, I thought. I think that was our best performance yet. I think it's because we were able to build off each song and just become more and more comfortable on stage.
This I'll be a fighter for her, yeah.
You could crank the music, it was like a real concert.
Sometimes he's just saying, you know, we're not really going to go there to win, we're going to just go there to, you know, do the best we can do.
It was awesome to see what I remember from freshman year. I mean, because before he never wanted to sing in front of us, but now he's so confident he can sing at 100, 1,000 people.
The act immediately after, I mean, he was really talented. Like, he sounded really good. The next band, the Tanner Hillis, I knew they were going to be our competition. They were really entertaining to watch, so that was really fun. The band after that was this guy, Bartley Norton. Couldn't understand a word of any of the songs, and so it was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'll just listen to the music. But it all kind of sounded the same. So after the 4 bands played, it was like 20 minutes of waiting, and it was just kind of nerve-wracking. It was pretty obvious, like, who the top 2 would be because, you know, it was Tanner and Kaleb.
Ladies and gentlemen, the count was very, very close. I'm told that it was mere tickets. We're talking a few numbers between them all.
I don't think he was really nervous. It was just, you know, he's talked about putting it all into God's hands, and so I think that, you know, he was okay with whatever.
The band that will be opening for Jake Owen this month is Tanner Hillis.
He could have thought, oh, I'm going to win, and then they say the other band, and he just stormed out. He could have done that, but, you know, he was like, we did good, we did good.
He told me that if he was to lose any of the bands, that he would want to lose to Tanner.
They're good. They're talented. They're young. They're going places.
Even though he didn't win, he still got, you know, a huge crowd out there, which says something to have, you know, that many dedicated fans.
I prayed a lot about it, so I think it really worked out how it was supposed to.
Who knows, it could have been a blessing in disguise.
Thinking back, I think there might have been some conflicts with the Sabbath.
I know we played our hardest, and that's all that counts in the end.
Seeing how dedicated he is, and, you know, even praying about, you know, the different performances that he does and all that kind of stuff. I mean, everything he takes to God has really influenced me, and to do that too. You know, I've seen how well that it's kind of paid off for him, and so I know that if I do that, then it'll be the same.
That's why he switched, because he felt I could do nursing as a job, or I can do what I really love. He felt God was telling him to do it.
It's got to be more than your parents, and it's kind of grown into my own personal thing. There's been, some people would say, missed opportunities, I guess. Like, I don't look at it that way. I don't know that I'll ever be 100% satisfied with my career, but I don't know. I've got to get to a place where people have to stop and say, wow, that's something happened over here.
Well, first of all, backstage pass gonna have to be somewhere in there.
I did tell him that if he does win a Grammy, that I should be in the thank yous.
Environment will change, but he's gonna stay the same awesome guy.
We're releasing a live 3-track EP from track 29.
So the plan is just to keep on going with next year.
So we're just going to keep practicing for the EP and then hit it hard again next year.
I want to be back on that stage, or even a bigger one, so we'll see.
Destination's unclear. Your destination's unclear.